Hi, ladies and gentlemen. This is your boy, the Doordash Revolution. Smash the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. Leave comments, likes, and shares. While we're getting ready to do one of our drop-offs today, we like to deal with the struggles of multi-apping part 2. Just got through talking to my fellow dashers out here, and we understand after discussion, we talked about the struggles of multi-apping. And it's going to be shade, sometimes it's going to be dark, and it's going to be real bright because I'm moving around. Roxy on vacation. Roxy says she'll be back in November. All right, until then, it's just going to be yours truly out here without this trusted co-host. Now, a lot of content creators, I guess, don't talk about these things because a lot of people gravitate to your ride-alongs. They gravitate to how much money you can make in a day. They gravitate to how much money you can make in a week. All of them things is good and dandy in certain markets. Now, if you're in a market that's not as lucrative as those, or a market that's oversaturated, you might not make that kind of money. But a lot of people gravitate to the challenge because money draws the attention of everybody. And if it didn't, we wouldn't be out here chasing this money. Okay, when you multi-apping, if you stop at a railroad track and a train coming, that's going to interfere with how you make $20 to $25 or $30 an hour consistently for 5 hours. That's going to slow you down. Isn't that a struggle? Trying to make that $25 and $30 per hour. Those that was doing it on an advanced level to where they was picking all orders up at the same time, after they got deactivated or the first time they done it, they admit that the stress level was so high, it accelerated to the point to where they was in a panic mode. Doesn't that prove that that's part of the struggles that we have in multi-apping? All right, when you got restaurants, merchants, and their employees looking at you knowing that you trying to multi-app at the same restaurant, and they look at you, notice you haven't left on one platform, but you still there trying to pick another order up from the same restaurant, they turn around and say, I'm gonna make that person wait to where they had to cancel that order. Isn't that a struggle of multi-apping? All right, suppose you sit there and say, I'm gonna take a shortcut, I'm gonna deviate from what the GPS tells me, and turn around and find out that the road is blocked. Isn't that a struggle for multi-apping? Okay, you turn around and have what you call a customer issue on an order, and you have to turn around and got to call Doordash or Grubhub or Uber Eats, and it take them forever to answer your phone call. Isn't that part of the struggle of multi-apping? See, I like to be realistic, ladies and gentlemen, about what goes on out here. I could easily do ride-alongs and cha-ching, and you just know that side of the story only. But it's two sides to the coin, ladies and gentlemen, which means there's two sides to the story. I'm not knocking those that do ride-alongs. I'm not hating on you. But there's another side, another story of multi-apping that I think that beginners need to know, because they're coming into this thing fascinated, saying, man, I can make that money. I hope I can make that money. Look at here, just for instance right here. I'm trying to see how they got the roadblock off right here. This is a part of the struggle of multi-apping. But I'm happy to get around it. I had to wait. Suppose there had been 15 cars on one side, 15 on the other. This would have been a struggle for multi-apping. All right, suppose all of a sudden you got all them orders, came in at the same time on the platform. You trying to pick and choose which one is the best offer, and all of a sudden Doordash decide I'm going to crash all the apps. Okay, isn't that a struggle to multi-apping? See, people, this is the story and this is the picture that's being left out. I'm not trying to disencourage people in multi-apping, but these are the things you got to consider when you are multi-apping. And it's many more scenarios we can go by, and many more that we could look at that will make it a struggle in multi-apping. It's a struggle within itself to get $25, $30, $35 an hour. It's a struggle in multi-apping. But you got to have a good strategy. You got to master a whole lot of skills. You got to do your research. Once you do your research, then you got to turn around and have a plan. Once you put your plan in place, then you got to execute that plan. Even we plan things in our daily life and different things that we do. All it takes is one thing to set everything off. All it takes is one thing to go wrong, and here comes the domino effect. Isn't that the struggles of multi-apping? So let's consider those things when we out here multi-apping. You know, when you're dealing with a customer that turn around and lied on you, and all of a sudden the platform shuts you down because a customer lied about you, didn't drop off that order, but yet you still trying to multi-app. Isn't that, ladies and gentlemen, the struggle of multi-app? All right, those are the things we need to consider. And we getting ready to get off this episode here, but we wanted you to understand that when you're dealing with traffic, trying to get in and out of rush hour traffic, isn't that the struggles for multi-app? Suppose you have to do an order, and you turn around and realize that once you get there, the restaurant is closed, and you got two orders that goes to the same spot. But now, all of a sudden, you done lost that money within that hour. Isn't that the struggles of multi-apping? Now, I talked to one Dash. He was talking about that this person was a fraudulent account, was going around and ordering off of two platforms. Now, suppose that driver had got both of them orders up under that same fraudulent name, and that person lost out in making that $25 within that hour, or $30 within that hour. Now, isn't that a struggle for multi-apping? Now, ladies and gentlemen, you know what I'm good for. Smash the subscribe button. Hit your notification bell. Leave comments down below and explain your struggles in multi-app. All right. We would like to know, is it's just us in this area on the one struggle multi-apping, or we all go through that type of situation? We try to give content to where other drivers can relate to what's going on. To every problem, there is a solution. We're not just presenting the problem, but we're trying to make you be aware of it and then come up with strategies where you can resolve those problems. Thank you, peace, and have a nice day.